Saving and investing in the Philippines has been one of my priorities in the last 5 years. The main reason, of course, is to accumulate funds for my retirement because I intend to stay in the Philippines for at least 5 months every year, comes retirement. Another reason is, as a way of diversifying my total portfolio. As you can see, 7% of my total portfolio is invested in the Philippines, and I intend to make it at least 10% in the coming years. This was my portfolio in the Philippines at the beginning of the year. 700,358 pesos, in which 47% was invested in the stock market, 38% in savings deposit, and 15% in time deposit. Back in January, I aimed to achieve a 1 million portfolio by the end of the year, applying these strategies, namely, to save and invest at least 25,000 pesos every month. Number 2, to reinvest all earnings like dividends, interests, and capital gains. And number 3, to be 80% dividend investor and 20% swing trader. Today, as of December 27, 2024, I was able to surpass my target by 7%. 604,376 pesos, or 53% of the total portfolio, is invested in the stock market, 431,900 or 38% is in savings deposit, and 105,976 pesos or 9% is in time deposit, for a total of 1,142,252 pesos. You might be wondering why I'm carrying too much cash in savings account. This is because it serves as my pocket money every time I visit the Philippines. It also serves as an opportunity fund and emergency fund. As I said earlier, 53% of my portfolio is invested in the stock market, amounting to 604,376 pesos. I started the year holding 21 different stocks, invested in 7 different sectors. These are Andres Soriano Holdings, Aboitiz Power, Ayala Real Estate Investment Trust, Asian Terminal, Cebu Pacific, China Bank, Citicorp Real Estate Investment Trust, DMC, San Miguel Foods and Beverages, Fil-Can, Philinvest, Globe Telecom, GMA7, Ginebra San Miguel, All Home Corporation, Lucio Tan Group, Metrobank, Pure Gold, Philippine Savings Bank, PSE, and PLDT. The Philippine stock market started the year moving sideways, with a minimal up and down movement. However, by July, the market started moving up until it reached its peak in October when the market was up by 21% briefly, then it started crushing towards the end of the year. Following the movement of the market, I bought 10 new stocks, aside from buying more shares to my existing positions. These were Max's Restaurant, Costco, Wilkin Depot, PPC, Keepers Holdings, M Real Estate Investment Trust, DG Plus, Nickel Asia, Robinson Retail Holdings and RCR. On the other hand, I also sold 7 stocks along the way. These were PSE, Price Corporation, China Bank, Ginebra San Miguel, Cebu Pacific, Asian Terminal, and Philinvest. All were sold for capital gains except Cebu Pacific, which was sold with no gain at all or barely break even. The reason why Cebu Pacific was sold with no gain at all was due to my transition to becoming a dividend investor. We know for the fact that Cebu Pacific does not give dividend. So, after all the buying and selling, I now hold 25 stocks in my portfolio under 7 different sectors. Number 1. The banking sector. I hold 3 stocks under this sector, namely, Metrobank, Philippine Savings Bank, and Security Bank. This sector has been outstanding this year, that's why I am up 15%. Number 2 is the energy and mining sector. I also have 3 stocks under this sector, namely, Aboitiz Power, Fil-Can, and Nickel Asia. I am down 5% in this sector because of the poor performance of Nickel Asia. Number 3 is the industrial sector. I also own 3 stocks in this sector, namely, Andre Soriano Holdings, DMC, and Lucio 10 Group. I am up 5% in this sector. Number 4 is the real estate sector, to which I own 4 stocks, and all are under the Real Estate Investment Trust. The performance of this sector is above average, that's why I am up 8%. Number 5 is the telecom and media sector. I own 3 stocks in this sector, namely, Globe, PLDT, and GMA7. I am down 3% in this sector because of the very poor performance of GMA7. Number 6 is consumer staples, which I own 5 stocks, namely, San Miguel Foods and Beverages, Costco, Keepers Holdings, Pure Gold, and Robinson Retail Holdings. I am up 6% in this sector. Finally, number 7 is consumer discretionary, which I own 4 stocks, namely, All Home Corporation, Max's Restaurant, DG Plus, and Wilkin Depot. DG Plus is outstanding, but the rest are way down. This is the worst performing sector in 2024. But it seems like it is starting to pick up. If you watched my portfolio update 2 months ago, I was down more than 25% in this sector, but now, it's only 15%. Hopefully, this sector will fully recover next year. In summary, I am up 13% overall, since the actual money I invested was 535,000 pesos. Meanwhile, my 5 best dividend stocks for 2024 are Lucio 10 Group, DMC, Andre Soriano Holdings, M Real Estate Investment Trust, and Metrobank. Also, my 5 best stock for 2024 in terms of capital appreciation are DG Plus, Metrobank, Security Bank, Globe Telecom, and Keepers Holdings. On the other hand, my 5 worst stocks in 2024 are All Home Corporation, GMA7, Nickel Asia, Wilkin Depot, and Max's Restaurant. Well, that's it, folks. That's basically the highlights of my investment in the Philippines for the year 2024. Thank you for watching. Adios.